All right, hey everybody. So in this week's video, we're going to be talking about how your website can be a system.
Hell yeah!
Systems! So Jessica, do you remember that time where you were looking at a therapist website and you got to the bottom of a page and there was nothing?
I was like, how the hell do I contact you?
Like, where do I go? I scroll down to the bottom and then it's just like the nothingness abyss.
And there's not even an address.
There have been therapist websites I've gone to, I didn't even know what town they were in.
I know, I've got a phone number, but I gotta Google that shit.
Like, I'm not gonna do that, I'm lazy. So remember, guys, that your website serves as a system to onboard new clients, and it needs to be easy and convenient.
Right, and how the hell are they gonna get in touch with you if you don't have, first of all, a phone number, address, and my favorite, a contact form?
Oh yeah. So how about the time where it says, maybe on the button on the navigation bar, it says like schedule an appointment, and you click it, but all it does is say, well, you got to call this number to schedule an appointment.
I ain't gonna call you.
I'm not calling you.
No.
I'm busy. It's 2 a.m. and I'm crying. Like, I need to just be able to schedule something quickly.
Hell yeah.
So this is how I think about websites. It is a choose your own adventure for our prospective clients. They're going to start on your homepage. They're most likely going to go to your about page. And remember, your about page ain't about you. They may go to your service pages, but like, they need to be told where to go.
Exactly.
They can't just like scroll back up and then go, okay, where do I go next? Because when we're surfing online, like, we have the attention span of a 7-year-old.
Right, and so I don't want to scroll all the way back up to hit a schedule now. I want one at the bottom too.
Mm-hmm. So at the bottom of every single page of your website, you need to have what we call a call to action button. Mm-hmm. It's a very direct, clear action that you want the person to take next. So at the bottom of your home page, your call to action might be taking them to your about page.
And then at the bottom of your about page, it might take them to immediately schedule a free consultation, or it can also have a separate link.
So you can have multiple call to action buttons. The point here is that you're sending them somewhere when they get to the bottom of every single page, so they're not having to guess where to go next. So this is my favorite. My favorite is, instead of even having a contact form, why not allow through your EHR your prospective clients to schedule a consultation with you directly. So there is none of this back and forth that has to happen.
Exactly, because who likes to return phone calls and emails?
Can I just say something really quick? What is it about therapists not returning phone calls?
I don't know.
We suck at it, don't we, guys?
Yeah, we really do.
So instead of doing something you suck at, why not just make it easy for a prospective client to schedule a consultation online? And then you don't even have to worry about the back and forth.
Systems.
So here's something they can do. If you're not sure if your website is serving as a system for you, go on your own website and pretend that you're a prospective client. Go to your homepage, scroll down, read everything, and then when you get to the bottom, go, if I were a prospective client, where might I want to go next? And then just have a call to action button that takes them there. And do the same thing for every single page, so that no one is ending up on the bottom of a page and then being like, what do I do?
Exactly. So if you go through and you have a hard time scheduling your first appointment, then chances are your client is as well.
You want to make it so easy and convenient for your ideal client, so that if they're looking, say they're deciding between you and 2 or 3 other therapists in your area, it's going to make it so much easier for them to decide to work with you, because with these other therapists, they may have to call or they may have to play like email tag. Whereas with you, they can just click a button and get themselves scheduled at their own convenience. So you need to have your contact information on every single page of your website. I don't care where you put it, but I at least need to know, what town are you in? What is your phone number?
No, exactly.
You don't even have to put an email address if your goal is to have people just schedule online. Because if you're showing your email address everywhere, then they're just going to email you and you have to still go back and forth. So you don't have to put your email address. You just have to have a very clear, easy way for a prospective client to schedule their consultation with you.
Yeah, and I think that's the same with the phone number. Like, if you have your phone number on the top and on the bottom and you're not going to return phone calls, then I think it's time to change and maybe put an email address if that's the way that you prefer clients to reach out to you.
Yeah, so I at least want to know where you're located. You can put your office address. If you still fax, you can have your fax number, but You really don't need to be putting a ton of your contact information. If your goal is for people to schedule that consultation, make it easy for them to do that instead. And at the bottom of every single page, you want those call to action buttons that send them to the next page if they're doing that whole choose your own adventure. Oh, and here's something else. So when it comes to scheduling your consultations, if you have an EHR, which we definitely recommend, then you can go in on your calendar for most EHRs and you can schedule certain blocks of time every single week that you dedicate just for consultations. So you could say, okay, every single Monday from 12 to 1 and every single Thursday from 4 to 5, those are my consultation blocks. So I don't schedule anything during those times except consultations. Then you're not having to worry about double booking either.
Sure. And then that way you can have another system. If you do have some sort of consultation form, then they can go ahead and fill that out before your scheduled consultation time.
So if you choose to have a contact form, you also need to know that you may have to have one that's HIPAA compliant, or if you're in Canada, FIPA.
In the UK, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if GDPR is related to this. It probably is. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah, same here.
If you're in the UK, sorry guys. All right, well that kind of wraps up our 4-part Badass website series. So thank you, Jessica, for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a joy.
It's been an absolute pleasure. So comment below. Jessica and I are going to be doing this every so often. So if you have any other topics that you want us to cover, comment below and just tell us what you want to hear more about, and we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click subscribe and visit us at yourbadasstherapypractice.com. I have a free 4-part video e-course on taking your Psychology Today profile from bad to badass. Can't wait to have you join us.